Paris Hilton's pregnant?
No.
Yeah, I think she's pregnant.
Nice. Good for her. Get some.
So, welcome to Dude Stew, episode, I believe this is episode 20.
20.
Is it 20 or 21? I think it's 20.
I think it's 20.
Oh, well. Yeah, 3/4 of the stew. Unfortunately.
2 meatballs less.
We shared the funniest Drew story, but we can't share it unless he's here with his consent. So,
well, everything's cleared. He's exonerated, so
he's still under house arrest.
it's formality. I feel like.
Yeah, but no, yeah, it was. I think unless we have his permission, we can't really ever share that story.
No.
So, yeah. Did you guys have a good Thanksgiving?
No.
No? Oh, you had COVID,
that's
huh?
right. Yeah.
Oh, shit, that's right.
Yeah, you didn't even
Number
have
two.
You didn't have a Friendsgiving.
No.
Even that got canceled.
Yeah. So I've been sick since Halloween.
Too much candy.
Yeah, I just got really excited. And like it got to a point where like I put the date of where I felt the sickest, which was the day after Halloween, on my calendar, just to like 2 more weeks of this, I'm gonna go see a doctor. And then I started feeling better, and then but my sore throat came back, and so I thought I think I have strep throat. So I went to the doctors, nothing, like didn't even have like the flu or like they tested me for everything.
Gaslighting you.
Yeah. And then that weekend I seemed to get better, and then Monday hit and I was just like draining out my nose, and like I was continually washing, trying to be clean, and ended up making dinner. And then like during dinner I started talking to Steph and like, I've had a runny nose all day, like kind of have a headache right now. I made you
dinner, I had a runny nose.
And I feel drained. She's like, you should probably just COVID test. And I was like, I guess. And instant, like I put the drops as I was like adding the 4th drop, it had already tested positive.
It's 3 drops.
The test I have is 4.
Oh,
whoa.
Extra. Yeah.
Wow. Extra drop.
That's
probably, guys, when you were saying like 3 weeks of something, I was like, I had that same thing going on.
Yeah.
Where it was like not like super heavy, but just like mild enough to where it'd be like, I shouldn't be like doing extracurriculars or whatever. And so like, I COVID tested, but I had like the old version. And so like your wife's got the new version. She offered us like, do you want these ones? I was like, nah, don't worry about it.
Did you have the one that like goes down your throat?
No.
That's like the old one. Right?
That's the old one.
Yeah, we just had the regular ones that the government sent you when you were like, we want the free ones. And so
the orange ones.
Yeah. So like we had, whatever. They said you're fine, whatever. So we went about our lives and went to schools and worked with kids and coughed in their faces and did everything. But I bet you if I had your test, dude,
you might have been,
because I was like, I have the same feeling of COVID, like my same like tickle.
Yeah.
Like I feel like itchy on my skin.
Yeah.
And like that kind of shit. Where it was like I think like we're gonna evolve in like the future, like Grandpa's trick knee. Like Grandpa's COVID. He knows COVID's coming. He
can feel it
in his bones. Yeah.
Do 4 drops.
You do a 4-drop test.
Yeah, I had like a thing where like I was really congested.
Some people call it an illness. I call it the vid.
3 drops, not enough.
COVID vaccine, COVID injury, vaccine injury.
You can still feel the needle.
My needle mark.
No, I heard that's what they were calling like people that were having like heart conditions because of the vaccine.
Oh, yeah.
Where they're like vaccine injuries.
Vaccine injuries.
Yeah, I had like a stuffy nose. I just felt shitty, so I stayed home like 2 days. I tested, I didn't have anything. But dude, I hawked up. It was fucking
like a
gross.
gremlin.
Dude, it was like chalky. And it,
dude, it was like what they found in Elvis's anus.
Dude, it was like the color of that, like the cow thing right here, like the white, like that off white. It was gross, dude. It was so gross.
What was it, like snot?
Yeah, whatever. It was like
old cocaine.
It was, it may have been.
That's crazy.
It was like the old. It was like the cork, like the snot cork that was holding everything in.
Did you like examine it afterwards? Was it like? Did it smell?
It was one of these I hawked it up, and I was like,
Oh man, that sounds gross.
Yeah, it was really gross. But it tasted chalky. It was.
Did you feel different after it was out? Like,
kinda.
I
kind of felt like I was like, oh man, like whatever that came from. Like
it's like the thing in Total Recall that Arnold pulled out of his nose.
I've never seen Total Recall.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's fucking tight.
That's
good movie.
What did I watch recently?
Great 80s movie.
I don't think I watched anything. I know. Oh, Inglourious Bastards. Did we talk about that?
That's a good one.
Yeah, the movie rules. Too much reading.
Yeah.
There's too much. Like I was on my phone. I was like, "Fuck, what happened?" But Brad Pitt rules in that movie.
Yeah, no, that's tight. I like the whole revenge idea.
Yeah.
We're gonna kick some fucking ass.
Yeah.
The Jew Bear.
Some Nazis.
Right.
Yeah. No, it was a solid flick, but yeah, Thanksgiving was
a bingo.
Oh yeah, Hitler's just kind of goofy. Like he's like almost like the comic relief in the movie.
got Josh on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a good flick, but yeah, I don't know, I saw the new Trolls 3.
Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah, 3 out of 5 stars.
How's that new NSYNC song?
Sucked. I don't know, I was on my phone the whole time.
It's probably better than Wish, the new Disney song.
Oh, dude, they played a trailer for Wish, and I was like, I had zero interest in.
So I looked up.
Did they play the trailer for that Jesus musical? Like there's like a one about like baby Jesus being born, and
no,
it's like a musical, and it's fucking. They played it at the Paw Patrol movie.
Jesus Christ, pose.
No, it's fucking wild, dude. It's like it's
the
like
Paw Patrol movie.
It was like
We'll get him with this one.
it was like Joseph's like yeah, it's fine that you're pregnant type of shit. Like he was like super.
I mean, if you're gonna keep it,
yeah, like it was like a romance between Jesus' parents, but they're like singing and dancing.
Oh,
and,
really?
like, yeah, it looks like even my wife looked over and she rolled her eyes. Like,
wow, she loves musicals.
She loves musicals. Yeah, so like she was like, I can't believe this shit. And
wow.
Yeah, even I was like, I can't believe this is fucking real. But like,
there was a couple things on Netflix like that where they weren't like advertised as like Jesus Christmas movies, but then like the girls would put them on because it was Christmas, and you're just like, what? Wait, hold on, what is this? It was like the whole like
Pontius Pilate's just whipping the crap out of some guy.
Dude, top 5 Bible character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I don't know. It was one of I was on my phone the whole time, and like
I got mad points with him on categories.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was P. Double P. And, nefarious characters was the category.
really?
I remember this.
Wow.
Yeah. I actually thought Drew was playing. He was like, who the hell's Pontius Pilate? And I was like, oh, God.
oh man,
I washed my hands.
yeah.
I washed my hands.
We'll come back to the Bible because I was
How many hours?
but yeah, Thanksgiving was all right. It was cool. It's Thanksgiving after a while.
We were bummed. We wanted to so we always go to Paso Robles for family, and so I got sick like a week before, and we were doing the math, and we're like, oh, we might be in the clear, and then Henry tested positive like 4 days later, and we're like, oh, okay, that's cutting it, and we're hoping last time this happened, I got COVID, like 3 days later, Henry got it, and then Henry actually stopped testing positive before me.
Oh wow!
And so we're like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. Like we'll be fine.
Long hauler.
He freaking just kept we got after Thanksgiving. We're gonna do something with Josh on Saturday, and he was still testing positive. And we're like,
COVID the remix.
yeah, son of COVID.
Right.
The Puff Daddy remix. Did you guys do anything?
Yeah, we went to my parents' house, and my brother was there, his wife,
cool.
and
Oh yeah, the Cum Tree.
yes, yeah. So we had it. That was the best part. Was we like
Bringing up a cum tree at Christmas
well,
dinner?
my kids are like big on like, let's ask a question.
How are we gonna get the star on
it.
top? It sticks. Don't worry about it.
Well, and so one of the questions was like, what book would you write if you had to write one? And I was like, well, there's certain, and I made it so it was safe for the Thanksgiving table. I was like, there are certain trees that smell biological. I was like,
as your dad's pouring gravy. Like, God damn it, Josh.
I think my dad would be the one most ashamed of me for bringing this up. So like, I didn't look at him. Like I didn't look the whole. He was over here, and like I was.
I've never heard they smell biological.
Biological tree.
And like the whole time, my mom's like over here, and she's like, wait, what do you mean? Like the ones? She's like,
what?
The ones that smell like cum? Like,
She said
yeah,
that?
dude, she said
Whoa.
that. She was like, and then
Donna's wilding out,
yeah,
man.
dude. So like, she like.
Or Diana?
Diane, yeah. So whatever.
Close.
Like, yeah. She so like we just kind of talked about like the idea of the book.
So at Thanksgiving dinner, you guys discussed as a family.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I mainly talked about
A biological
my idea.
smelling tree.
Everyone else was trying to figure out what kind of tree it was, and then I was able
it
to
a
tell
spruce?
them. I was like,
Is
no,
it a
like
spruce?
a Bradford
Maple.
pear, a Bradford pear, a carob tree, and like I had like a couple examples.
Poinsettias.
And
Douglas fir?
I don't know if it was enough to convince them that they think I should write a book. But I was like, this information should be cataloged somewhere.
I think
Scratch and sniff?
I will also like why are these trees allowed to proliferate in our society? Like that's another question. The ethical
Thanksgivings everywhere.
well,
Josh.
the
For
ethical
Thanksgiving.
implications of putting like a cum tree in a setting where people are going to be.
Yeah, I guess going to Green Acres. Yeah, I'm looking to do some landscaping.
You got any
If I
cum
were-
trees?
If I were to spite my enemies,
Yeah.
I would plant cum trees
Down
in
the-
their
the-
valleys.
Yeah.
Yes, cum trees in their fertile fields.
That's what like Napoleon should have done. Is just like
Yes, right. Take this, assholes.
Yeah, we're not
Remember-
going to salt the earth. We're going to hum.
Right, every spring, remember
jizz
this.
all over it.
Yeah,
Biological smelling trees.
yeah.
I never thought of it like that.
That's funny. So Stephanie hates the I think they're like pink flower. It's like smells super polleny. They're not like honeysuckles, but I sneeze sometimes and it smells like that flower
Like maple syrup.
To her?
to her
to
and
the world?
to the world.
Dude,
Like,
one time you sneezed when you guys lived in where was it? San Mateo, and it smelled like maple syrup.
yeah.
Dude, yeah, your stuff
have-
does smell like maple syrup.
I mean, we were in the car, too.
Yeah.
You didn't even cover your mouth. You just blew it out all over the place. I was like, God damn,
Yeah.
Fox.
Well, I did sneeze in your face one time, but
Yeah.
you
No,
guys
it's
deserved
you're.
it.
I thought
Which
like
was
you're like
drunk.
high
Right,
sugar
so
content.
Right before COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're patient zero.
Yeah. No, it's funny because I've like I brought that up with like strange coworkers and stuff. I'm like, yeah, my sneezes smell, and they're like, what? Sneezes don't smell. I'm like, and then like
Sometimes I do.
a week later, I'm like, come here, and they're like, what? And they're like, oh my god, oh my god,
Is that persimmon?
Dude, yeah.
allspice?
Yeah. Which I had a persimmon recently. I don't think they're that good. Someone's like, you got to get a ripe one. I'm like,
Speaking of cum, yeah, like that's
Jesus Christ. Okay.
that's what we have this persimmon tree out back, and it's like the kind that you have to wait for them to ripen.
Yeah.
I'm the same way with
they have to
pomegranates.
get perfect.
Yeah,
and then
it's
they're like
that
mushy. And
Yeah.
then I just threw them all out. I was like, fuck this game. Like, I'm throwing this
Yeah.
shit out. It can fuck itself. I'll get like an apple.
Yeah, they
or
were
some real like
An orange.
a reliable fruit.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have
Granny
time for this
Smith.
shit.
Granny Smith.
Yeah.
Friggin'
Goes to. This is my go-to.
a sugar stick any day.
Give me a sugar stick. Oh, we were at dinner one night, and Ruby asked that question. She's like, if you could eat anything for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Sugar sticks.
And she said bananas. And I was like, oh, sugar sticks. And she's like, what?
Bananas.
And you tried to bring it back.
And I was like, first of all, you don't eat bananas at all. Like, we always buy bananas, and you never fucking eat them.
They're not ripe yet.
Mine was
Brown.
I know.
Mine
I
was-
eat them every day.
burrito or a sandwich. As long
Burrito.
as you could
Yeah,
like switch it
burrito.
up.
Yeah.
Well, no. So my thing with burrito, like the island question, like what food, and like in the sense of a burrito, you could put anything in it.
Yeah, if they
It's
put
like-
like sliced
yeah.
turkey and like mayonnaise and
Yeah.
like lettuce in our burrito, would you eat it?
Yeah.
Probably.
Like a turkey sandwich, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's, I think that'd be
Like-
fine, right?
Put a
if
little
it was
cranberry
like-
sauce. Call it Thanksgiving lunch.
But would you do like two slices of bread with like rice and beans in the middle?
Ooh.
That's why I think the burrito wins.
That's
right, because you're gonna have like spilled beans all over your sandwich.
No, then you just fold it.
Right.
open face burrito sandwich.
Just bread.
I kind of want to try a burrito in sandwich form now.
Well,
Wow.
We're looking at cooking episode.
Yeah.
There we go. Maybe.
Right, you should, dude.
There we go.
Or could you just do like 2 tortillas and not fold them?
No, I don't think.
On like sourdough bread.
Homemade.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, if I can switch up the ingredients, burrito or sandwich. But if it was like bean and cheese burrito forever, I'm like, I could probably do that, but kill myself too.
Burrito, yeah. No, I've always been burrito.
Yeah.
You can change breakfast burrito.
Yeah. If
Dessert
you had
burrito.
option, a brunch burrito,
Brunch burrito. Name some burritos we got.
Yeah.
fourth meal burrito.
They should make a brunch burrito.
Yeah, what would that be?
Like shrimp,
grapefruit in it?
Shrimp, yeah, shrimp and fruit.
Mimosa.
It's like the worst burrito.
Dip it like
Just
mimosa.
crying as you
Mimosa salsa.
they pour orange, like the concentrate orange juice can.
Oh, yeah.
They just pour that over.
That's probably what it would be.
Yeah,
And some fruit.
Some
And
eggs.
some
Some fruit. Oh, like a fruit. No,
Scrambled eggs.
it'd be a fruit tart.
Yeah.
That would just be rolled into a burrito.
A frittata burrito.
Well, that would be. That's what it would be.
Yeah.
A frittata.
Yeah.
Brunch burrito. Ours was cool. We went to my sister's, and we just hung out. Oh God, I got the hiccups. We just hung out there. It was cool. We we did
It's a great just chill vacation.
When you do it right,
God,
you
fucking
just show the fuck up and hang
Yeah.
out. Like,
Yeah.
like
chill,
I think
do something.
I mean, I like cooking and shit, and that was the hard part. Was like we brought things to cook that I cooked or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, I like
That
being
was a
the one
great
to
looking
host.
tart.
Oh, that tart was awesome. Yeah, I mean, it tasted okay. I mean,
it was a red velvet tart.
no, it was like cranberry.
Oh, that's right. You said
Yeah,
that.
so like, I mean, it just tastes like cranberry sauce on top. It was a little presumptuous. I felt like a lot of effort.
A little
to make that.
pedestrian.
Well, it made a lot of fucking I had to put a lot of effort into making it, which I was like just tastes like cranberry sauce on a good cookie. But
I like it because it's kind of like a holiday. Like people are like, dude, fuck turkey. We're gonna do what we want.
Yeah.
Like people like turkey's not that.
My
great.
brother-in-law did tamales and
do whatever the fuck.
We did like
fun.
a seafood
brunch burritos.
and brunch burritos. Now serving brunch burritos. Dude, I think we should do the cooking episode and you do brunch burritos.
I'm down.
And
I'm
we'll
down.
just
Or
get-
that it's okay. So I call burrito. I'll either do a brunch burrito or a deconstructed sandwich burrito.
Yeah, open face burritos.
Yeah, the sandwich burrito.
Sandwich burrito.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'll start working on it.
But yeah, it was chill. Like, I definitely ate like more than I normally eat over those 4 days. So, but
I did go to, so Stephanie's like, what do you want? And like, we ordered essentially just sliced turkey and like got stuff that we didn't have to go. Oh, that's a fucking other thing is our oven went out.
oh, that's right, man.
Ah,
Bob
so
Beal over here.
yeah, so this happened like 2 months ago, 3 months. It happened a while ago because it was the last time we had COVID, and it started a huge fight. Is our oven went out and it shot up this code like F9. We looked it up and they're like,
you.
and it just needed to be reset. And so like we turned off the breaker and we waited 5 minutes. We turned it on, started working just fine. No problem since then. Same thing happened. F9, turned it off. And I was in the middle of baking bread. So I have a partial baked bread in my freezer now. And
The stakes are high.
yeah,
Yeah.
turned it off. Nothing. Then got to the, luckily, so last time this was in the middle of me baking and cooking dinner. And that's kind of what started. And Stephanie was in isolation. Henry and I had COVID each. And it was just like a train wreck. And so we got, this time it was just, it was broken. They were all asleep. And so I turned it off for the night and then came in the next morning and still the F9 code was popping up. Pulled it out. nothing. And this is the like prior to this, even a couple of days, like every time I'd bake, I'd smell like kind of burning plastic. And like honestly, I thought like our oven was kind of dirty, and it's like, well, I should probably clean it out. And looked in, and it said like, oh, there might be an internal breaker that needs to be like replaced. I pulled the security panel off, and the fucking wire was all like just fried and disconnected, and like
Could have been like Josh.
yeah. Total fire. Got a new one. Guys came in and installed it. But it's like they cut the plug for the old one. They cut the plug and hardwired it to the 220s. It's not a plug-in. So like the guys that delivered the oven was like, well, we don't do that. I'm like, fuck, like I don't want to deal with the 220. Yeah. And I called my dad, and he's like, oh, I can help you out. So he came over. We started working on the plug, and I was like, I'm gonna check this guy's.
Did he wear like a big like tool belt?
Tool belt. No, he actually just referred to a lot of court cases of burning buildings.
No, there's a court case about this, Matthew.
I showed up with a big turkey on his head.
Yeah.
My dad looks like Mr. Breen. Yeah. So
you got room for this in the freezer?
I know you don't got it cooked yet. That's raw meat.
You're getting
gross.
salmonella.
And the fuckers like just stuck. So like the ring it goes in was just sheer metal, and it was already cutting into the wire.
Oh shit, dude.
And then so there's 3 prongs that connect. They like it didn't split enough, so they cut it, and this like right there was open wire.
Whoa.
I was like, fuck these guys. Like, so I ripped that off and bought a new one, and we're charging landlord for all of it.
You should, man. Like I said, Terry Ryan never would let that happen.
No.
Yeah, that's pretty scary.
Yeah. So we had to fucking deal with a no
like
stove.
Extra cash for saving lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should tell them that.
Your insurance should kick a little in. Call them.
Yeah, Josh, write a letter.
What the fuck, guys? Cease and desist.
And cease and desist on life.
Yeah.
A cease and desist on death.
On death.
Yeah.
That's hard to pull off.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, we just had that shit, and then yeah, I forgot where I was going with that.
Cool, man.
Yeah. Let's trail off.
No, we
oven talk.
Yeah, we just kind of hung out. I did watch a shitload of Chip and Joanna Gaines.
Oh,
yeah.
So they probably would have done that with their oven.
Yeah.
Now you know the whole middle section of Target.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
Dude, I'm convinced that those guys own Waco, Texas. Apparently, it's a very small town, so they're just buying it up. But
yeah,
probably.
I did have, not to throw Drew under the bus, I did have a bit of a Drew moment, though. Saturday.
You weren't allowed out of the house?
No, I went out of the house. I was like, we're just like, you know, there's so much food and shit. You're like snacking the whole time. Yeah. And you're like, fuck, it's 8 o'clock. Like, I haven't really eaten.
I know where this is going. That text you sent us?
Yeah. So I was like, I'm going to go get something to eat. I was like, I'm going to get a beer. So I drove up to the bar, and it was packed. So I went to the pizza place, and I ordered some wings. And she's like, hey, we're closing in like 20 minutes. I was like, it's fucking 8 o'clock on a Saturday. Like, you're a pizza place with a full bar. So I got some wings, and I was like, I'll just go over here to this other bar that's cash only. So I went in there.
I don't have my 100. God damn
it. It's your type of place.
And I never have cash on me except for like that day, that fateful night. And one of like the neighbor guys that's always there, the bartender that we were talking to.
Oh, yeah.
It's the bar that she works at.
Oh, okay, cool.
She wasn't there, but the guy that
it's a West Sac bartender.
Yeah, she works at a bar by my house, and the dude on the corner is always there. So I walked in, and I felt fine. I had a couple beers at the pizza place. I felt fine. I'm like, hey man, like talking to him, I'm like, you want a beer? And he's like, yeah. So I order a beer and a shot for me. I take a sip of the shot, and it all went in my mouth. I usually just like
likely story.
But I always just like kind of
sorry, hon. I was just tasting the whiskey, and it all went in my.
I usually just
mouth.
like sip a shot, and it all went in. And I was like, "Bleh." And I immediately ran outside and like, I just kind of like spit it out, and kind of threw up a little bit too. Not a lot.
Your urethra
Yeah,
in the back of your throat.
my uvula. Hit my urethra in the back of my throat. Hey, ladies, you want to hear a fun fact about me? Yeah, so I was like, fuck, now I got to get out of here. Like, I was still kind of like, so I was like, I got to bounce. And I took off, but kind of pulled a Drew.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was all right. We did have a sad situation that happened.
Right.
My wife's aunt unexpectedly passed away, which that's a weird thing, man. Like, when it's unexpected like that, you're just like, we saw her yesterday.
Yeah.
And like, dude, it was fucked up, man. Like that we have the girls like talking to the counselor at school and shit. And like everybody came to our house because like the family was like, don't come to our house. So we're like, your guys are 2 houses from us. Just come down to us. So I called my sister. I was like, hey, can I have the girls please come hang out at your house for a little while? Because I didn't know people coming in, like what that was going to be. So yeah, it was fucked up. It really sucks. So, especially since
we
were, yeah, thanks. We were super close to her, and
how are you guys dealing with it? I mean, everyone's doing okay.
Everyone's okay. Like my wife, obviously, it was like her mom, like her second mom, right? And like she was one of the reasons we moved to where we live because it was so close. And like, the house that she lives in is the house that my wife Katie's grandma lived in. Like they all grew up in that house, so it's like. Yeah, so like the other day I was like taking the trash out and I kind of looked down and I was like, fuck, man. Like, and it was to the point where the girls were able to like, we're going to run down to Aunt Mary's house and drop this off, you know, and stuff like that. So they're pretty bummed out. And like, yeah, I was telling Katie, I was like, this is harder for you because of like, you have like 41 years of a relationship, but like I only have like 6 or 7 with her, but like, it's still like, it's fucking gnarly. So I don't know. We're talking to the girls about it and, dude, it's so weird, man. Like they're like, well, where is she now?
Yeah.
And we're like, well, she's like at a doctor's office. And they're like, oh, but she's not coming back. And we're like, no. So there's like all these like, you try to be as honest as you can, but at the same time, you don't want to be like too honest. They're like,
I think like Mr. Rogers did like awesome thing about death, but it's still fucking weird. But it was about JFK's assassination.
If you slow the Zapruder film down, you can see that if he had been shot from the back,
Daniel Tiger is up on the grassy knoll.
Here's Lady Elaine.
Meow meow. No, but he used a balloon and like the air's all out of the balloon, but the balloon is still there, but it's not a balloon anymore.
Oh,
and the air's gone, and that's like your life force.
Huh.
Like he didn't say life force, but like I'm paraphrasing all the shit. But it was like,
but then he blew the balloon back up.
Yeah. And all the kids freaked out.
Yeah.
No, it was just like, and he brought about it because he was like, all the kids are at that time, like everyone's talking about assassination and death and not talking to the kids about it. Like that his main goal was like, no, you need to talk to your kids about death. Because
well, I mean, like even like as parents, we don't know the answers. And I think it's fine, and I think it's healthy to show your uncertainty.
Yeah.
Be like, I don't know what the hell happens, you know? Like, here's what I think. But like,
well, they didn't ask like, did she go to heaven or anything like that? Although Ruby did ask if she could be baptized like a month ago, and I was like, you got to be a little bit older to make that decision. I'm not making that one for you. But
God already has.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like Emily was like, if I give back all of the stuff that she gave me, would she come back? Ooh. Like like shit like that. We're just kind of like, you guys just want to watch like,
dude, that's like a Black Mirror episode.
But like, when you think about those stages of grief, and like one of them's like bargaining, right? That's kind of like your kids bargaining,
I never thought about that.
Right?
Yeah. And so like we were driving to it was like an hour after we got the news, and we were all together when we heard. So yeah, everyone's like,
that's a good point, Josh.
A wreck. Yeah, I didn't think about that. That's a good one. So then I'm like, hey, like we're gonna bunker down on this, but then I was like, fuck, people are coming over. Like people could be hysterical. And that's kind of what fucked our youngest Emily up with my brother. Like people came to my house and like people were like sobbing, like hysterically sobbing. I was like, I don't want to go through that again.
Yeah.
So then she's like, can we talk? Like, if they say something, what do we say? I was like, just talk to them. Like, I trust you guys. Like, you're not going to be like graphic and shit. But on the way home, Emily kept asking questions. She's like, this is what I think happened. And she was like talking about
Give her
it.
a podcast.
Oh, dude. I was actually thinking about starting one, like doing one like in gaps between where like we have like month-long gaps between us doing them. I was like doing a small one with them. But then Ruby was like, stop talking about it. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like, okay, like, so, but yeah, they both like saw the school counselor today. So, and talked about it, but that's all we can do is just like talk to them and be like, hey, like focus on the good shit we have. And you know, but yeah, it sucks. So,
I mean, I think as parents, like the thing I think biggest thing I do is model behavior.
Yeah.
And it's the hardest thing too. Cause you want to be like, I want to fucking punch the fucking wall, you know, or like be insane. And like, I think that's also how they feel too. So when you model your grief, or you model like, hey, I'm struggling right now too, man. Like,
here's your apple juice. Here's my whiskey.
I mean, like for us, it was like I missed the house that burned down or whatever, you know. But for you guys, it's like a bigger deal, you know. And it's like I miss this person, and like I think it's fine to grieve that and to like show that, and to like as parents, like that's the hard thing I think is to be like I'm feeling sad and I'm telling you that I am, because most of the time it's like I'm feeling sad and like I bottle this shit up and it's fucking tight, you know, like I'll fucking let it loose on the guy at the store later, you know. But I think like the healthy thing is to like kind of show them like this is where I'm struggling, and it's also like showing your own vulnerability, which is hard too.
I mean, on a like way lesser model is like, you know, we're dealing with Henry and like his outbursts and everything, and like he's actually getting really good at like belly breaths and like like he'll be throwing a fit and like, hey, I know you're mad, like just take a deep breath.
Shut the fuck up.
He takes we're like, take a deep breath, and he'll take a deep breath and it's like, all right, let's talk about it. Like, why are you mad? And like, why are you upset? And like, well, this is this and this, and I was like, yeah, that sucks. Like, I get upset, but this is the way it is.
Yeah. So, and like,
but it's communication is like the number one.
Yeah. And like, I mean, they've seen Katie like really upset about it, and like Katie and I were talking, we're like, we can't like be tense, right? Like we can be tense and shit like that, but like,
you gotta be a little strong, unfortunately.
So.
But or at least like
give them room to express. You know?
Give
it, like I think that's the thing is everyone needs room in this place.
Yeah. So it's just been weird lately because it's just like we'll be outside and like playing in the front yard like they were today, and it was just kind of like.
And see the house and
like you can't not see it. So, but yeah, it sucks. So, but shout out to Aunt Mary.
Grief's fucked up, man. I mean, like that whole thing where you're constantly reminded of like the thing you don't want to be reminded of, and then to be a little guy and then
be able to like
have to
talk about it, but not know like what you're talking about and shit like that.
And
like,
it's your first time at this thing. Yeah, that's tough, man.
I guess today, like Emily's teacher, they have an app where we can like message and shit. And she was like, yeah, but apparently Emily kept calling her grandma. And I guess the counselor thought it was her grandma. So it was kind of funny, but whatever. We're getting through it. So, but I don't know. Lighten things up a little bit.
well, I'll stay on a little bit of a dark path and not too much, but it's so you
killed somebody on the way here.
Yeah,
ran over a guy.
Yeah, do you guys know a good lawyer?
Or no? Be okay.
I know what you did last summer.
No, so we get Toby like stuffed animal from Petco. Like, dude, when you go there,
I can't believe Toby's still alive.
I know that's so. This is so we get every Christmas. You go to PetSmart and you like donate like $5 and you get a stuffed animal. And so we get that and we put that in storage for next Christmas.
Oh.
And I was like, hey, Steph, one of these years, like Christmas is going to be really dark. She's like, I think about that every year for the past 5 years.
Oh, jeez. How old is he now?
He's 13. So,
but he's like a mutt.
He's like a small dog,
yeah.
dude. He's going to live like 3 more years probably.
Like,
Yeah, Gulliver was like 16 and a half, I think. That's the thing with mutts, dude. They live forever. They rule. Unlike purebred fucking dogs like this.
Smart,
now,
so smart.
Yeah, well,
so smart.
Their weird
So
genetic line.
You're so, this guy,
The other day
you're
I
so
was like,
smart.
hey, your dog's chewing on something. That's why I dropped that one the other day.
Your dog, I love it.
Yeah. I can't stand that fucking dog.
You guys know about like the dog virus going around?
Not a lot, but a little bit.
Oh.
It's like don't socialize your dog.
Oh, it's COVID for dogs.
Well, we're going out of town, and we opted, instead of putting our dog in the facility,
You put it
Just
down.
put it down.
right, we're just letting him loose.
Just let him loose.
Good luck.
Yeah. All right, here's your new house.
If you can find it back,
Yeah.
there's food for you.
There's Twin Cities.
We'll
Twin
be
Cities
back
Road.
in 2 days. I hope you can be back there too.
All right, I'm gonna leave you here at Twin Cities Road. So you opted not to.
Yeah. So mask your dog.
yeah.
No, we have someone coming to look at him in our house. Yeah.
It's like, how the fuck do you mask a dog?
I don't know. I mean, that's what they said during COVID, Fox,
Yeah.
and then
So you apply it to dogs.
found a way.
Yeah.
Weren't dogs getting COVID though?
Yeah.
that the thing?
Animals
Yeah,
were.
yeah.
Deer apparently were. I don't know, it
Dude,
was
deers get some crazy diseases. Have you seen those?
Red
The
tick deer.
wasting,
Is that what it is?
wasting disease? Or
Yeah,
whatever, where
it's
they get all those
creepy.
warts and stuff. Yeah,
Where it's like rabies
it's
for
like a
them
zombie
almost.
virus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there's all kinds of fucked up videos on
Yeah.
YouTube
Fuck
you can watch.
that. Your daughters watch those?
No, they don't. Dude, that's one thing. I was like, no more Dr. Pimple Popper. Like, I don't mind it. Like, I'll watch them, but I'm just like, come on, dude. Everyone's the same. Like, whatever. And then Ruby's like, all right. And then she found this show, My Feet Are Killing Me.
Oh, God.
Dude, it is so fucking gross. To where I was like, absolutely not. We are not
Back
watching
to
this.
Dr.
Yeah.
Pimple Popper.
I'll watch Dr. Pimple. She's hot. She's hot.
They're like, dude, you got me. You got me.
We did watch a gnarly one the other day. This guy had this massive growth on his nose. But it's pretty interesting, though.
I am a man, not a monster.
It really was. It was like rhinoceros, like some kind of weird thing. I think what it is like insurance doesn't cover that shit because it's never like cancer or it's never like life threatening.
It's like not medically necessary.
It's called vanity or like
right.
cosmetic. So
Yeah, fuck that.
yeah,
It's messed up, dude. Like someone's whole fucking life.
Yeah, that is.
Like they're not gonna get hired at a job. if
dude,
their
there's so many of them.
face has got a mole the size of their eyes or whatever.
Yeah. There's some pretty wild ones. But yeah, we were like, no, you're not watching this show. My feet are killing me.
My daughter
Patience
was
is
born.
killing
She
me.
had like a weird growth skin tag that was bigger than we felt was appropriate, and so we got it removed. But
It was a
like
penis.
no, it was like that thing's gonna like flap in the wind.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, like we gotta get it removed. So we had to pay because it was like a vanity, it was like cosmetic surgery or whatever, and the doctor's like, "Fuck that, I'll do it after hours." You know, like,
Hi, everybody.
yeah, exactly.
God damn, Dr. Nick.
Damn it.
No, so I tried to do the Drew game with my sister-in-law. Apparently, she had a growth in her foot.
Wait, the Drew game?
Where with the knee, where they
Renamed it.
they named the knee, and I was like,
Yeah, okay.
like, did you name it?
Dude,
And I
that's,
started.
that's a deep dude's
Yeah,
deep cut.
deep, yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
episode
Right,
2.
B-sides.
You gotta keep up.
Yeah.
And she had like a little pebble in her foot, and then she finally it was bothering her enough finally to get it removed. And I was like, oh, did you call it Daniel Day-Lewis? My left foot. And she's like some people started other,
She's like, you're cut off.
and she's like, nah, I just called it.
Sensitive.
I called it my little P. I'm like, oh,
That something like that would drive me crazy. Like, I would end up picking at it,
Yeah.
getting it out myself.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
That should be a show. My home surgery.
my
Home
dude.
surgery.
Some
yes.
bored ass dude with like a knife digging out something.
There's videos of that, dude.
Yeah.
Like people, like on Reddit.
Oh.
If you're like,
Just
No, thank you.
aggregate them and start like myhomesurgery.com.
yeah,
Call
Yeah,
the
the-
number.
Like
Yeah.
this is not advice, but it's pretty good
You got
advice.
3 guys here and a 4th that is in the medical industry that could help you out.
oh yeah, yeah, true. I'm not a doctor. Make sure those needle nose pliers.
I
are
work in the
clean.
cafeteria, okay?
But yeah, it was. Yeah, I was like, you're not watching that show. It's gross.
So I got a side question for you guys. Anyone know of a dildo museum locally.
Locally.
Logo? You mean a sex shop?
Not a
the Sacramento Regional Dildo Museum.
Well, no. So I
San
recently
Joaquin.
thought of this. So I've been like wanting to go to the Charles Schultz Museum.
Oh yeah.
In Santa Rosa,
Yeah.
and like I bring it up every Christmas, and Stephanie's like, "What is with you in that museum?" And it's like, I want to go, and I keep dropping hints.
Do you think they're gonna like have a sad tree or something?
No,
Dude, it's like an hour away.
Know.
Just go.
Yeah,
You're like-
I know. I just like I want to go as a family, and
Just some weirdo walking through the museum.
but. No, so and then I was thinking about it, and I was like, I should just set up like, no, I want to go to the Peanuts Museum.
What?
Wait, the Peanuts Museum?
The Peanuts Museum.
Peanuts.
Oh,
Museum.
And then take her to a dildo museum and be like, I told you, the Peanuts Museum.
Is there
Peanuts
one?
Museum.
I don't know.
That's
is there
That's
one?
why we gotta look for a local.
we have to
one.
look for
Oh,
a
local.
local.
She doesn't want to ride in the car that long.
I mean, a sex shop in theory could be.
That's not. That's different.
There's one on
I
Broadway.
think like
There,
in
I'm
San
sure there is a
Francisco-
sex museum
I think,
somewhere.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
like,
Look it up.
like one of those what are the Good Vibrations or whatever those stores are called.
Or what's the
I like
what's the
historic-
Italian term? Pinocchio Museum.
Oh, no,
A
that, was,
Pinocchio.
Pinocchios.
that was a bar.
Those-
Look it up.
Yeah.
There's got to be a sex museum.
I'm not. No,
There's-
not on
there's
my
probably
phone.
one.
Not a company phone. It's not a company
There's
phone.
probably at that sex store or that sex parlor or whatever in your neighborhood.
It's not in my neighborhood. It's
Or
on
in-
Broadway.
oh.
The one I saw the guy walking out of.
No, the one that's like the sex club in like Carmichael.
Oh, I think it closed down.
Oh yeah.
I think they shut that shit down.
And
I don't think
hose
you
it
can
down.
just have a swingers club in a residential neighborhood.
Why not? Yeah. What if you just like I think it's like a high school party, like
Yeah.
whoever shows up, like I don't know who these people are. We're all just having sex.
What are you doing here?
Right.
So it looks like there might be one in San Francisco.
Oh, shocking.
A museum.
I don't know. Yelp's looking it up.
A
for me.
Do
traveling.
you get no
A traveling
do you
exhibit.
Get something.
Well,
when
like,
you go there?
can my zoo membership
Yeah.
get me in for cheaper?
Yeah, does my
Oh, apparently
Yeah.
Bank of America every
Yeah,
third month.
Yeah, right. Where's the free Saturday?
does my zoo membership get me in for free? There's got to be one in San Francisco.
Well, apparently that's sex museum. Like,
Whoa,
yeah.
there's a lot of them. Well, it's a pretty historical area.
Is there like docents giving tours? For like,
Here is our Egyptian
It's
exhibit.
just a health ed class.
right.
This is a banana. Here's a condom that goes over
You
it.
can put this in
Come
a
on.
vagina.
Here's a bowling ball. Yeah, there's
I've
gotta be.
punched holes in all the contraceptives, so don't try to use them.
Is it a traveling exhibit like King
I
Tut?
don't know.
Oh.
King Tut.
Did you listen to the whole Andre 3000 episode?
I didn't. I
CD album.
because I don't pay for music. I just put it on and like it.
You got too many
It,
commercials.
it was on shuffle, but there were no other music like it. So I think I've just played the whole album,
really?
but not in order.
Yeah.
So I did listen. Yeah.
Get.
It was like, it was. So I was like, this is okay. And
Yeah.
then I think the thing that tripped me out were just the titles of songs.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like straight like stream of consciousness thoughts. Like the minute the thing was due,
Yeah.
you're like you need title tracks. It's like,
Oh shit!
like a vagina is a pussy or whatever. Like,
I tried to make a rap album,
Right.
but I started it. It's like it's good background music. It's kind of like a score you might like.
yeah. Like
Oh.
again, like I didn't have like any qualms with it,
Mm-hmm.
but like it's nothing like I would say. Like I feel like you would sell it for $16 on CD, and it's like not worth that.
And then you see it in the $2.
Despite like who
$2
made it,
bin.
you know, it's like I don't. There's nothing unique to the person who made it. Whereas like if he were rapping and like even like rapping about like being like almost
Did you listen to
60 or whatever,
the? Is it anything like the Beast? I haven't listened to it, but is it anything like the Beastie Boys Electric album?
No, dude.
No.
That album rules.
because that
Yeah.
album rules.
Yeah.
no,
Like,
I mean like if it was
Off
like
the grid or something like no hot sauce.
he
maybe.
could have
yeah,
like
hot sauce.
he could have C minus
Electric
rapped
Worm.
on a new album is all I'm saying. He could have given like C minus effort on a new album rapping, and I think I would have enjoyed it more than this flute album.
So I listened to
Like like corny. He could have like made like corny beats and like
Yeah.
just embarrassed. like just put zero.
Just
effort.
put his
right.
title
I think I would have
on an album.
I would have preferred like just phoning it in.
I drew a pussy
this.
with a crown.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Yeah, I listened to it. I watched an interview with him where he was talking about like how he was like it was like a project. It was something he'd never done before.
Yeah.
So he was
Sounds
like
he needs to do it again.
I don't know, man. I thought it was kind of cool, but every 5 minutes a fight is breaking out in my house, so we can never like listen to music. But like I don't know, it was like good background music.
Right. That's what I mean.
Flea has a good. I put this on. Flea has a good like
Instrumental.
Jazz.
Yeah.
I was listening to that today.
I'll check that out. So I just DJ Shadow released a new album.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And fucking it's pretty awesome.
Is it?
It's like every Nintendo game you played, the music way better.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 8-bit on like acid.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm all in.
I like that guy. I like DJ Shadow a lot.
He did that.
I haven't heard it from him. Like, there's another podcast I listened to, and like, I was listening to the DJ Shadow, and so I listened to it on the way here, and I was like, this is fucking rocks.
I'll put it on. Yeah, I have Introducing, which is like his big album, and then he did one called The Outsider, and it's a lot of hyphy rappers. It's pretty solid, good stuff. But I did Spotify. Spotify's a music streaming service.
That's how I listen to DJ Shadow.
That's how I listen to my orchestras.
That's how I listen to the.
That's how I listen to Bach.
They now have like with the premium account, it's $10 a month. They have all these audiobooks that they released.
Oh,
yeah. Used to, I don't know what the deal was, but they had them, but they were locked. But now I guess they unlocked them on the app. So I started listening to the Bible.
Yeah. How's that? How many hours?
Dude,
classic.
it's 83 hours.
Is that with the begots?
Dude, so many begots. Dude,
I honestly tried reading the Bible one time, and like from front to cover, and I like that first like Genesis, like
that's where I'm
Abraham begot Johansson begot.
And he lived to be 969 years
in a
old.
literary sense, do you think that was just like to build credibility? Like, who's keeping a fucking record and then they're just now putting it in the book? Like, where they're like, this guy.
No, I think it's a shout out.
I think it's like
hey
this
baby,
guy's,
hey baby, I'm gonna put you in my first book.
this guy's from this guy, from this guy.
Yeah.
From it's like, who knows that? No one knows their own family.
But you're putting the family name in the Bible.
Yeah,
It's
and
like, all right,
Ishmael.
you know
Ishmael.
you know your dad's name. You know
Play the
your
greats.
dad's name.
Play the greats.
Now, do you know your dad's name?
Benjamin begot Jonathan.
And then go back like 4 of them.
Yeah.
Like that's and then you're like that should be the first like sign of like unreliable narrator. Where you're like I know my family history back like 10,000 fucking years.
Yeah, it really it's kind of exhausting because it is all that. On the way down here, I was like, I should at least listen to this so I have something to talk about on the show. And it's like 5 minutes of like Mazithra begoth, like all these like
Isaiah begot Zenith.
Yeah,
begot
it's like that. And then he lived to
Abraham.
be 649 years old.
Right.
It's crazy. But then when I turned on your street, they start talking about Moses and Cain.
Yeah,
and it's like
that's the real shit right there.
Cain.
It's wild, dude.
So, what's weird too is they talk about Adam and Eve and how they were like. He's like, and they were naked and they were not ashamed. I'm like, how would they like? They don't know anything. How would they be ashamed of being naked? Like,
Well, that's
Exactly.
I just
like-
told you.
That's why.
It's the
They
narrator.
knew
Come on,
nothing.
but like,
get with
They
it,
knew
Steve.
nothing. They didn't know shame.
They didn't have the knowledge of the
Why?
tree yet.
Why
It's just
bring
a weird-
That? They didn't know like fucking jealousy either. Why not bring that up?
yeah, I don't know, man. The
Because
whole
they
thing.
want you to
They didn't
feel
know
weird
property
about
rights
being
or
fucking
taxes.
naked.
They didn't know
Right.
Spotify.
No, they wanted you. They want to create a weird association.
Is it James Earl Jones, by the way? Because
No,
that's a
it's-
pretty good rendition.
It's some dude that his name's George something. He's got a really weird voice.
George Takei. Hi. Yes.
Those.
John Waters?
George Takei and
George
John
Takei.
Waters.
Divine.
Hey. And then Steve got begot.
But then, they were talking about like Moses and Cain, and at one part he's like, Moses was naked, and Cain observed his father naked, and Moses awoken from his wine. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I'm not gonna make it through it at all.
Dude,
No.
no. But like,
They
there
did talk
are
about
people
giants,
that
though.
are getting wild on that shit.
Yeah.
though. And
Oh,
they're
yeah.
like that's all they read.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, I remember going to church like as a kid and going to like, was it like Sunday school? But they would have like stories about these stories. So it'd be like Jonah and the whale.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or like David and Goliath. But I don't remember if they were like, they were just interpretations too, I guess.
Well, I think I might have said this in a previous episode about Halloween costumes. Like my dad was in a church youth group in Boise, and they didn't allow like blood or ghouls or ghosts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so one of the kids dressed up as David, and
Just a loincloth?
yeah, no, well, like a shepherd essentially, and he had a sling with a rock in it, and then he had a bag, and they're like, "What's in the bag?" And he's like, "Goliath's head," and he pulled out a paper mache head with like red streamers, and he's like, "It's in the Bible. He cut it off." They're like, "True." Like,
just put it away.
it was like, good for you, man.
I mean, that's my issue. I think
Jim,
with
put it
like
away.
I mean, I think that's the thing though, is like when people contextualize the Bible,
Yeah.
they look at it as like this is the truth, and therefore it's like there's nothing wrong with it. But then when you look at it through like a literary lens or like any other like realistic lens or whatever, you're like, this thing's like silly or whatever, and like it's allegorical, and like if any truth is to be derived from this, like maybe it's in like the lessons learned through the stories told, not through like the literal fucking interpretation, which is like, you know, kind of scary when we consider like the Speaker of the House is like let's like fucking literally interpret this shit as like, you know, like as whole truth or whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, on the way down, I was like, begot. I was like, fuck, dude,
The
this
first
is annoying.
Yeah. No, I didn't get, I still, it is on my bucket list to read the Bible.
Well, if you got 83 and a half hours to kill,
well, I'll skip the begot.
If you ever just drive
You should just listen
across
to
the
it
United
to say you
States.
read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like all creatures that creepeth across the earth were destroyed. Like, it's like, because they start talking about the flood and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe you should get the one with James Earl Jones. I think
that's
he'd
the
probably
unabridged
do it.
one that I'm
He'd probably
reading
do
right
it
now.
even better.
Darth Vader.
Yeah.
The guy
It's
from
like,
the Sandlot.
it's actually 16 hours because
183 hours.
okay.
Yeah.
Jonathan begot.
Luke begot Leia.
God damn it.
Yeah.
I didn't want the Darth Vader version.
That'd be pretty funny. I think Snoop has a version too.
Of the
Ooh,
Bible.
I ordered Snoop on a stoop today.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped on that. He comes with a little gold pot leaf.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the thing where he was like giving up smoke?
Yeah.
And then it was like an ad for like smokeless fire pits.
This,
those $300.
I love it.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, he's still smoking
Please respect
weed.
my privacy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, dude. Snoop is probably like the best business person of all time.
Shit, dude.
I disagree. I think honestly, recently I learned how much fucking oh shit, I can't remember his name. Deadpool and Van Wilder. Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
like he owns like everything.
Global,
Yeah.
the vodka company.
Vodka company.
Oh yeah, he has like Acorn, which is like a credit company.
Yeah.
Which just partnered with The Rock. Just partnered with him.
Yeah.
Well, what's his name? Mark Cuban is quitting the
The sandwich industry.
No, the business.
Missile
shit.
No longer Cubans.
Oh, Shark Tank.
Shark Tank. And
Oh.
he's selling the Mavericks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm like, what's that mean, man? Billionaires cashing out.
Oh.
Oh, basketball's going down.
Yeah.
Or basketball, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
basketball.
I went to a Kings game recently.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we can't talk about that. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I just kind of was like, I've never listened to it or read it, but I put it on like 20 minutes in. I was like, dude, this fucking blows. I just put on some
Well, even
stupid
even like,
podcast.
church is like the priest picking and choosing like the hits.
But
you
then
know,
they do go, from what I remember, it's been a long time since I've been in church, but like then they like kind of have like a story, like a lesson about it.
Yeah,
Like you were
so I
saying.
go
they're
to
like,
the-
they're like, it goes like this because it's like it totally is like teacher planning. Where you're
Yeah.
like, we got two related readings, and then we got the priest's interpretation, and then after that it's the rote. You know, just do the moves or whatever and get some food. But like, I think like that's the thing is like it is like church is kind of like literary analysis. Where
It is. It's very much.
Let's like look at how these two things relate and make meaning in our lives in some way. And I think like the weird thing with some religions is they like just take the Bible and they're like, well, it says like this shit and this shit and that's the truth or whatever. And it's like, well, that's fucking
It's in the Bible.
silly. Yeah.
But then you can pick and choose. Like you can go, oh well, we don't Old Testament. It's called Old Testament for a reason. We don't.
What's the King James one that I'm listening to?
So King James is Bible. Essentially, what like the main thing with King James is that Jesus is highlighted the most in that.
Oh, really?
Like literally and figuratively.
I'm reading it. I'm listening to it. I can't say
And in the written King James, all
not
of
like
Jesus
with a yellow highlighter.
in the written King James version, all
James
of
loved a yellow
Jesus
highlighter.
Jesus's words are in red.
Oh, okay.
And then it's also King James's version. Whoever
now
King
I'm
James
really
is.
fucking
He's
lost.
like, this isn't important.
Yeah. Well, no, that's the thing with it. Like, so I go to the Lutheran Church in Sacramento, and like I enjoy it, and it is like a lot what you said, Josh. Is like they read 2 readings, and one is like a children's speech, and then they go up and like kind of contextualize it or contemporize it. And it's funny when I was going through luminary training, like I'm like Stephanie would like hit me all the time because I would go literal on them all. And like, well, and like I even brought up like, you know what? Sometimes a fucking red wagon. I didn't say fucking, but red wagon is just a red wagon.
Yeah.
Like
Sometimes a burning bush is just a burning bush.
yeah,
I mean,
someone that didn't put out a fire.
Yeah.
I mean, like that's the thing that like doesn't offend me about church is it's like, well, I don't know if like we were looking at Huck Finn or something, and like we both were like, hey, like I brought this passage and you brought this passage, and we're talking about it, and now we're gonna decide that this is how we feel about humanity based on
Going
these two
down a river.
things. That's fine, and that's kind of what I feel like religion, or at least like the Catholic perspective was.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, whatever. Like, I mean, it's not for me anymore, but like, it's a thing.
It's a thing, and it's so much bastardized and like taken. Like it's just like the House Speaker. Like you get something in that, like where it's like, okay, now you're like holding these rules that we don't all agree on.
Right. Yeah.
Like that's the whole point of government is to disagree and agree and like come to a common agreement.
Well, and to say like my whole belief is based on this like literal interpretation of this thing that is like loosely interpreted.
Yeah. What if we all just switched to Moby Dick and that was our
right? I mean, like interpret it
be
like
really into whales.
maybe it's not real.
There is a whale in the Bible.
Yeah.
They did talk about giants. That was
Leviathans.
Yeah, I don't know. I think 21 episodes in, we're hitting religion. Jeez,
Boom.
That's right. A good roll. So.
Well, you started with it. 80
I got 82 hours left, so I'll check back in. Yeah, I don't know. It seems really clunky so far.
I would imagine you're driving like super slow if you're listening to the Bible.
Yeah, it really does seem like something you would listen to like before, like a sleep story at this point, because the guy's voice is very much like, and then Moses begot this.
I mean, how would you read that?
How would
He's
I read
falling
it?
asleep reading it.
Oh, yeah. That's why I was like, how many fucking takes?
And then,
Like do a line
Jonathan
of cocaine,
begot-
and then he's like, "Hey, Bill, we got Steve."
he hella begot
I'd
this.
probably like stumble over a bunch of words and just be like, that's not true. That didn't happen. No one. Have you ever seen a 90-year-old? Like, that guy's 900 years old. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Everyone lived to be like 900 years
Where's
old.
Al Roker?
Right. So I'm telling you, man, they're setting you up for a fantasy world.
Yeah.
So the Book of Eli?
That was a good flick.
Yeah.
That's right, dude.
I did want to start the book on, I can't remember what it's called.
Original story is actually Wizard of Oz and not the Bible.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, the girls auditioned for the Wizard of Oz, I think, in like next week to their school.
Good luck.
Nice.
They were like, we want to be Dorothy. I'm like, no. They're gonna pick like a 6th grader to be Dorothy.
Yeah, dude, be a
Yeah.
tree.
Yeah.
Be a Oompa Loompa.
I was like, no, that's Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka.
Which they're making a new Willy Wonka movie.
Same shit. Yeah, I know. It looks stupid too.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of this. Dude, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That movie is weird. I don't like it.
I like the original because it's so fucking weird.
Oh, it's
but then
so-
like
the-
the
Gene Wilder
remakes
does
to try and be
Yeah, he's
weird.
great.
I'm like, I'm not into it.
No, it's because
Yeah.
he's a straight character playing a like creepy, weird. He's not like he's just Gene Wilder playing.
No,
it.
right. Like you get
Like,
Johnny Depp all
like,
tripped
I'm
out on
for you.
drugs and like playing a flute or whatever. You're like, that's silly. Like,
Hello, pretty boy.
right. Yeah.
Like, what? Why are you Michael
Come
Jackson?
on, you gotta
this?
just be fucking creepy. Yeah.
Yeah, we know you method act. We don't need to method act Michael Jackson. We watched that one, and we watched Charlie and the Chocolate Factory in
the
2nd
original's
grade.
so fucking good.
Yeah.
We watched it in 2nd
Under
grade.
the tunnel scene.
Yeah, that's what I remember. Like being like,
is the boat
And they
slowing?
they cut the chicken's
Nowhere
head off.
where we're
Also,
going.
when you're like a kid, the stakes are so fucking high.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, he's gonna fucking like
Yeah.
inherit a factory. You know,
Yeah.
like,
It's all the chocolate, and these kids
Yeah.
are just being idiots.
like
around
it just
them.
feels like so. There's like such like adult tension
Yeah.
where you're like trying to get the ticket.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
You get
you
nothing, sir.
Like the only-
I said good day.
I said good day, sir.
The only coin he gets, he
Yeah.
wins the ticket. Like
Yeah.
it's just it's like it feels real.
And then what's up with the Godstopper? Like I love like that was the test the whole time.
Right,
Like,
you're
like-
trusting like a kids who could not fucking ever
Yeah.
be honest.
Yeah.
To do the most like right, like no adult would fucking do. They'd be like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna sell you out and get a Ferrari,
Yeah.
and like pure as heart, Charlie does it.
They should do a follow up. Like,
That's the Bible
Right.
we need.
Where like the chocolate company goes out of business because he's like,
just too
he's like,
trustworthy.
let's free the Oompa Loompas. Like,
They should get equal pay and
Right.
health care.
they all need. They
Look
all
at
need
their
job.
teeth.
Yeah.
the Oompa Loompas are trying to
They
unionize.
need dental plans.
So
You're putting us under, Charlie.
we need a business manager, Charlie. Your Grandpa Joe's a fucking moron.
He's in bed all day. Like, what the fuck's up with that? Like, all the grandparents are in bed like all day.
That was so creepy to me as a kid. Like just like them all just in the same bed.
They're
and,
so
like,
poor.
Yeah,
Like, all
like,
four of
and
them
they just
sleep
lay in bed.
And where is
like,
it? It probably takes place in England, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, what a weird fucking tangent that went on. From religion to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Well, we're coming up on kind of over an hour here, but we have the holidays are upon us.
Oh, you're gonna sing us a song.
Means no, that's a Bible verse actually.
Poem.
We have
Jonathan begot.
holiday parties.
Santa begot.
Holiday parties are starting to kick off for companies. I don't know if you guys heard about the wild Taco Bell sex party that happened.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Do tell.
So
Nacho cheese everywhere.
it's titled from Bossip. I don't know where that is. Having a Baja Blast.
Ooh.
That's what they titled it. So apparently a Taco Bell in LA somewhere.
We couldn't tell what was Quazo and
Well, a woman named Alana, I don't know if I can, well, I guess I can say her last name, Bachium, claims that on December 18th, 2022, she attended the employee potluck Christmas party at the San Pedro location, for which she made a delicious bowl of guacamole. And when upon arrival, she discovered that her coworkers had been overserved. To add insult to injury,
Taco Bell.
and they just closed off a Taco Bell, like they shut it down.
that's awesome.
Several of her
So much dehydrated cheese.
They didn't have those like cock guns to like measure out the drinks.
She noticed that all the windows and doors were covered so that no one could see inside. Her supervisor provided alcoholic beverages, and everyone had been overserved. That was just the beginning of the shenanigans.
Ooh.
To add insult to injury, a shocked, disgusted, and outraged Bachium whatever her name is.
Let's go with Bitchium.
Yeah, fled the restaurant and forgot her precious bowl of guacamole. When she returned to get it, she found that either her coworker or manager had vomited inside of her cone. She was so disgusted she left it.
Back and get the guacamole.
At a restaurant that has guacamole.
Right, at Taco Bell.
After reporting,
we call that guac.
After reporting the incident to Human Resources Department, the manager and everyone involved in the sexcapades were fired. Yeah, that's kind of it, I guess.
Yeah.
I thought there was more to this.
There's queso everywhere. Is that what I'm saying? What's that? The cheese?
Queso.
Yeah.
Queso.
Queso.
Oh,
That's like that guy from that rap group or whatever.
Quavo.
Quavo,
Oh,
yeah.
so around midnight, after Beckyam
Bitchio.
had stepped outside for a short time, she walked back into the restaurant and saw coworkers having sex with his wife in front of everyone at the party. Coworker's wife claims
Coworker's
Who's
wife.
writing
coworker's
this?
wife, Mike Kemp, for whatever, was also
San Pedro?
kissing her former manager and another female coworker at the same time.
Well,
So,
how else are you gonna do it in Taco Bell?
I'm applying
That's
it. Taco Bell.
crazy.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
they're
That's
all
one
getting-
cinema twist.
They're all like paid like $8 an hour and shit.
Yeah.
I hate to see what that Mexican pizza looks like.
Oh.
Be a gangbang at Taco Bell Mexican pizza. Oh no, I thought that was just pretty funny. That first of all, I didn't know that Taco Bell does like holiday parties,
Right.
and Taco Bell's open like all night.
Right. How do they know?
Fourth meal. So I don't know. That she just seems like she sucks. Because if I went to a holiday party
Well-
for work and that was happening, I wouldn't tell.
I wouldn't
Well,
tell,
like,
but I'd be
why'd she-
pissed if someone fucked with my guacamole.
Yeah,
or
why
something
was
like
she
that.
so committed to the guacamole? Like I would have just left it if I was disgusted. Like it's like $1.25.
Yeah.
And then she's like,
Well,
I had to go back, and they were fucking harder.
Yeah.
Just leave the dish in the dishwasher.
There's lime in it, so it won't turn brown right away. But yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
no,
brown. That's brown.
Oh, there's brown in the guac.
I wish they like compensated her like more guacamole.
Yeah,
Like
there's
we're
tossed,
sorry
like,
you
the
had to see
bag.
a sex party at work.
Here's your bag. Here's your gun.
And then like they blacked out all the windows.
Yeah.
And, like to have a sex party at
Taco
Taco Bell, no one could have like had a different location.
I mean, that's some fortitude and some planning. They're like, we're
Yeah.
gonna get so crazy. We got to black these windows out.
You know how many windows there are on a Taco Bell?
Yeah.
But what if it was just like we're gonna like have sex in the Taco Bell and turn the lights off? Like they're gonna assume no one's here because the
Yeah.
lights are off.
Ah, you can see it through. those lights.
No.
Like if we
How
drove
many
up to
stoners
Taco Bell
drive
right
up to
now,
Taco
there's just
Bell?
like a sex party in there.
Josh is going to talk about after this.
Yeah.
I do kind of want to go to like the
I know,
blacked out Taco Bell.
I
and
left my
just
wallet
check.
at home. I was going to go to Taco Bell after this, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, it being in a restaurant's pretty gross because people
Right.
eat there and like eat at the tables. But like, I don't know. I don't think I'd be like.
I want to be.
I'd be
grossed out.
shocked.
I'd be like, whoa.
I just
But
think
it's a
that-
holiday party.
Yeah.
Like,
Right, I
someone's
think-
gonna have a lampshade on their head.
But I
I'd
mean,
be
I don't
like,
think they're serving alcohol
dude,
at
it's
Taco Bell.
6 o'clock.
Guys, the dinner rush. The dinner rush coming up.
I mean,
We're all in high school.
Yeah. If it's gonna be that kind of party.
check it out. Mrs. Thompson slowly kissing her.
If it's gonna be that kind of party, I'm gonna have my dick in the guacamole.
They have the headsets on so they can talk to each other.
Yeah, I don't know. I can always expect like wildness at a holiday work party.
Yeah, slightly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always gonna be like someone gets a little bit too drunk, but
I
nobody's
feel like
fucking their wife
it's like
in front of
a
everybody.
high power party that like
Yeah.
You're
That's
like
what
a-
I thought. I thought it was gonna be like a corporate
Like I feel
party.
like no one at Taco Bell is like I made it my fucking quarterly goal. I'm gonna like
Get over here.
the guacamole maker.
So my previous job that I was let go from
Taco Bell?
Yeah, Taco Bell. Apparently, I heard
Del
the Christmas party after like that season. The police had to be called because one of the coworkers. Let's see if I can even tell this story. So there was a married couple,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the married couple was an employee. The other one, she used to be an employee, but either quit or fired and was not invited.
Nepotism.
And she showed up hammered because the girlfriend she was having an affair with was there and no longer sleeping with her.
Oh.
And like threw a fit and like this, so they had to call the cops and like escort her off the premises.
Dude, that's more embarrassing. That's pretty
Yeah.
embarrassing.
Uncouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard a story similar to that too. Like the cops didn't get involved, but it was something similar. A friend of the show.
So it happens.
His brother was involved in a situation like that, not like within the relationship, but something like that was happening in the store. And so our friend's brother called the guy out on it, or like wouldn't back
And it
down.
just went south from there.
Yeah, but then they had to have like a meeting with corporate or whatever. So then in the meeting, our friend's brother was like, "This is bullshit," and stood up in the meeting, and they considered it like aggressive behavior.
Oh wow.
And he got fired.
Yeah.
Both people got, like, he got fired, and the dude that was doing shady shit got fired.
Don't lose your cool.
Yeah.
Just go to Taco Bell where it's cool.
Yeah, stay cool.
Yeah.
Unless as long as you don't bring guac.
Baja Fresh.
Yeah.
Bring
Baja
it Baja
Blast.
Fresh.
Baja Blast. Yeah.
Baja
bring
Fresh. I'm Baja Fresh.
That should be a flavor of Zen's.
Or that's what you get with your vagina box cleaning.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? One thing I didn't talk about.
Can I get the Baja Fresh?
Yeah. Can I get the Baja Fresh scent? What was I gonna say? Oh, did you guys at Thanksgiving do the whole like go around the table and say what you're thankful for?
No.
Good.
Generally, like, yeah.
I'm so glad that didn't happen this year.
Yeah.
I don't like doing that.
No.
Yeah, because I always
It's
say
always-
my wife and my kids.
Yeah. It's always
Yeah.
like some.
But that's also the best part, because when I was like 15, like, I got fucking nothing to be thankful for. Like, I don't give a
Thankful I
shit.
didn't get caught whacking off before
Yeah.
we sat down for
And
dinner.
like, so like when I think about my kids, I'm like,
the lock on
yeah,
my door.
I don't give a shit what the fuck you say.
Yeah.
You say what you think. Fuck you, Dad.
yeah.
I'm like, I'll be
Can we
fine.
eat? Can we eat? Can we eat?
Yeah. I'm thankful for this food.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I kind of realized that. I was like, oh, we didn't do the thankful thing. Like, it's always just so, because you always are like, thankful for my wife and kids.
Right. Yeah.
Thankful you didn't divorce me yet.
Yeah, we've never really done that.
Really?
No.
It always kind of happens. I'm always like,
Yeah.
God damn
Isn't
it.
another reason I love
Yeah.
Paso?
It's fucking
Like,
stupid.
like we say prayer and then we sit down and eat.
Fucking hit the waves. You start surfing.
Yeah.
Baja Fresh.
Baja Fresh, baby.
But,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really have anything else. I think we kind of covered. This is a wormhole of an episode.
Right, I
We're
know.
all over the
Fucking
place.
rambling.
Baja Fresh.
Yeah.
Bah humbug.
All right.
Christmas is coming.
Well, next one we gotta do that. The one where we all party.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do
Yeah.
it.
The
Hopefully we
Christmas-
get one.
Ubering.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, or stay the night. You can stay the
Yeah.
night.
You keep
Night
pushing.
episode.
You keep
Night
pushing for a
episode.
sleepover.
No, it's fine. No, my
Drink
wife. Every
Kool-Aid.
time we do this, my kids sleep with my wife, and
My
I
wife.
go upstairs. My wife, and everyone's asleep up there, and the kids' beds are wide open for 2 days.
I don't want to sleep in a child's bed.
I'll sleep in bed.
My son has the most comfortable bed in the house. I'll tell you that.
That's your our kids.
I've
my
fallen
daughter-
asleep
Yeah,
in my
it's
son's
fucking
bed.
cozy. Yeah.
Yeah, I sleep in.
That was a little too much. Yeah. Just noting that.
All right. Well, I guess on that note, Jesus Christ.
Right.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, watching, and as always,
Huzzah!
Hey, what do you guys think of these pants? Like the color on these? I don't normally wear this color.
I want them tighter.